rights to those with criminal convictions. The Justice Department is looking to authorize a decades-old law giving individuals with criminal backgrounds an opportunity to buy firearms. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joining us. Jeff, so an interim rule published today in the Federal Register, that's a key piece to all of this. Tell us more.
So the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, Dee Dee, has the power to restore gun rights, but the agency has been blocked from doing so under congressional appropriations dating back to 1992. This rule creates a pathway to process those applications, but instead of the ATF, the DOJ will now be in charge. Pamela C., a legal expert, tells us the interim final rule follows an executive order from President Trump last month directing a review of the country's gun restrictions.
The Second Amendment is one of the most important ones we have. Therefore, we need to have a way to reinstate persons' civil rights, which would include firearms.
According to the DOJ, the rule would open an appropriate avenue to restore gun rights to criminals who have proven they're reformed.
Yes, we want people to have their Second Amendment rights, but having a constitutional right is not limitless.
The limitations likely to be put in place for those with violent and also dangerous backgrounds.
Limiting it to those who are nonviolent, no domestic violence involved.
Madeline Somerville, an attorney based out of Georgia, says, in addition to creating a pathway for people to own guns again, this rule will also clear up some existing restrictions and regulations.
If there were any unnecessary roadblocks on the way to someone having their rights reinstated that really didn't make sense, they're going to try to get rid of that as well.
But before a final version of the rule is issued, the public will be able to give some feedback.
There'll be an opportunity for people to comment on whether or not they think those rules are good or not.
Now, groups advocating against gun violence are pushing back here. Everytown for Gun Safety issuing a statement saying that this move throws out decades of bipartisan precedent and is laying the groundwork to put guns back into the hands of violent criminals.
Some Americans with criminal convictions could soon be allowed to legally own guns. Let's see what you think about this story. The Justice Department creating a path to restore their Second Amendment rights. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer is here with more on this. Brooke, some of these people have been in legal limbo for years, but critics of this plan say it's going to put weapons in the hands of abusers.
Marky, pretty unsurprisingly, this move has people on both sides of the gun issue split. Gun rights groups are celebrating the interim rule this morning, with one saying that it would end the legal limbo for those seeking to restore the right to own a weapon.
The gun isn't the thing that's going out and committing the crime, right? It's the person. So if you've got such a dangerous person that you can't trust him with the gun, that person needs to be in jail.
But on the other side of things, Moms Demand Action, a group which advocates for stronger gun laws, believes making it easier for domestic abusers and violent criminals to rearm is a death sentence, they wrote, waiting to happen. Right now in the U.S., federal law says convicted felons can't have guns, and the ATF's ability to use congressional funds to restore gun rights for some has been blocked since 1992. But this interim rule, it was posted on the Federal Register Thursday. It could create a process for people with criminal convictions to get their guns back. It would give that authority to the Attorney General and the Justice Department. The DOJ said that the rule gives an avenue to restore firearm rights to people who no longer warrant such disability based on a combination of the nature of their past criminal activity and their current law-abiding behavior. As some groups advocating against gun violence express deep concern with these changes, the DOJ noted that it would be screening people and it supports laws that ensure violent and dangerous people don't get their guns back. Marky?
Yeah, as with every firearm debate, this one is garnering polarizing reaction.